Let's talk about hiring. Getting the right people on your team can literally make or break your company, your department, even your own career. But for something that's so critical, why are most of us, well, kind of bad at it? Today, we're going to dig into the A method for hiring from the book Who. It's a system designed to solve that exact problem. Come on, be honest. We've all been there, right? You have an amazing feeling about a candidate, the interview is just fantastic. But then, a few months down the line, you get that sinking feeling in your stomach. You realize you made a huge mistake. It feels awful. And as it turns out, it's also incredibly expensive. $1.5 million. Yeah, according to the research in this book, that's the average cost of a single hiring mistake. And we're not just talking about their salary. That number includes lost productivity, the chaos it causes in the team, and of course, the cost of having to do it all over again. The stakes are just unbelievably high. This slide just perfectly captures the core idea. You remember that classic I Love Lucy scene, right, with the chocolates? The manager keeps yelling to speed up the conveyor belt, thinking it's a what problem? A problem with the system? But the real issue was a who problem. They simply had the wrong people on the line. It's the perfect metaphor. Most challenges in business aren't about the what, they're about the who.
Okay, the difference here is just staggering. Traditional hiring, which the authors call voodoo hiring because it's all based on gut feelings, it's basically a coin toss, a 50% success rate. But the A method, which is all data-driven, boosts that success rate to an incredible 90%. That's the difference between gambling with your company's future and actually investing in it.
So how do we get to that 90%? Well, the solution is actually a really straightforward 4-step blueprint. They call it the A method. The 4 pillars are scorecard, source, select, and sell. See? Simple. Each one is designed to replace guesswork with actual data. Let's walk through them. First up is the scorecard. And honestly, this is probably the most important step of the entire process. This is where you define what success actually looks like before you even think about looking at a single resume. This quote from the book just nails it. A job description? That's not a blueprint. It's usually just a vague laundry list of responsibilities. A scorecard, on the other hand, is a detailed plan for what this person absolutely needs to accomplish to be successful. So this blueprint has 3 simple but really powerful parts. The mission is the why, the whole reason the job exists. The outcomes are the measurable what, things like increase user retention by 15% in the first year. And the competencies, well, that's the how, the behaviors and skills they'll need to actually pull it off. And this is who we're looking for. The whole point of this entire process is to find an A player. And it's not just someone who's good. It's someone who has a 90% chance of hitting those specific outcomes you just defined on your scorecard. The kind of outcomes only the top 10% of people could even dream of achieving. Okay, so once you have your scorecard, your blueprint, it's time to actually go out and find these people. And that brings us to steps 2 and 3, sourcing and selecting. The old way is just reactive panic, isn't it? A position opens up, everybody freaks out, you post a job ad, and you just hope for the best. The A method is all about being proactive. You are constantly building a pipeline of potential A players, even when you don't have an open role to fill. And what's the single best way to do this? Referrals. It's not even close. The book is crystal clear on this. Actively asking your personal and professional networks, who are the most talented people you know? That's going to get you way better candidates than any job board every single time. So once you have some candidates, you move to the selection phase, and this is key. Instead of just having random chats, you use a series of 4 structured interviews. The goal here is to gather consistent data on everyone. You go from a quick phone screen to a super deep chronological dive into their whole career, and finally, you do reference checks to actually verify everything they told you. This whole structured process is designed to gather data, right? Well, part of that data includes red flags. So what exactly should you be watching out for? Here are some of the biggest ones. Look, real A players, they own their mistakes and they give credit to their teams. So if a candidate is constantly blaming other people for failures, that's a problem. If they're puffing up their accomplishments or talking trash about past bosses, pay attention. And, vagueness about why they left a job, that's a huge warning sign. Okay, so you've done it. You created your scorecard, you've sourced and selected a true A player. You're done, right? Not so fast. Now you have to nail the final and really critical step. You have to sell. You have to remember, A players always have options. They have choices, lots of them. You're not just interviewing them. They are absolutely interviewing you. This whole thing isn't over until they've signed on the dotted line and actually show up for their first day. So to do this right, the method gives us a great little framework called the 5 Fs. It's about selling the whole picture: the fit with the company's vision, the impact on their family, the freedom and autonomy they'll have, the financial fortune they can build, and of course, the fun of your culture. It's about talking to the whole person, not just the employee. So let's just pull this all together. Why does going through all this methodical work matter so much? Well, because your success is a direct reflection of your team. It really doesn't get much simpler than that, does it? The quality of your entire organization can never, ever be better than the quality of the people you have in it. Every single person you hire either raises that average or lowers it. And maybe the best part of all this is that it's not some big secret that's impossible to figure out. It's a clear, actionable method. You literally now have the blueprint to solve what The Economist once called the single biggest problem in business today. So, the only question left is, what are you going to do next? When you look at your own hiring process, which part will you fix first? Are you going to start by creating a really detailed scorecard for your next hire? Are you finally going to get proactive about sourcing talent? Or maybe you'll just commit to structuring your interviews. Think about your biggest hiring headache and start right there.